Köszöntelek titeket, and Leni, the floor is yours.
We're going to talk about change, and for most people, change is an important topic. Whether you're a coach or a manager or HR, whatever, you need to either implement change with yourself or with your This is an exercise developed at Harvard by two educational psychologists. The design of the exercise is to do two things. First, the design is to uncover and to help you understand assumptions that keep you from making change. The second part of the design is to raise level of awareness in you, and raise also level of complexity, mental complexity. Your level of mental complexity, if raised, gives you the capacity to see other people's levels of mental complexity. And this really comes from the research that's been done, the mind, and on levels of awareness, and on how to move up levels of awareness for people. Keegan says the problem is the inability to close the gap between what we genuinely, even passionately want and what we are actually able to do. Closing the gap is the central learning problem of the 21st century. Why it is difficult to make change. We're actually going to reveal why it is difficult for you to make change. The process does actually two things. First, it helps reveal why it is difficult to make change. And the second thing that it does is it helps you have a greater complexity or a bigger understanding of yourself. It takes a level of self-reflection. See, what you're doing in the beginning is you're uncovering what keeps you from making a change. It is my supposition that you can't change anything until you can figure out why you can't change something. Push yourself into change, and then after a while, it slips back. If it all could happen here, and what I would call cognitively, I wouldn't need to be here. You could just say, I'd like to be a better person, or I'd like to stop doing this or start doing this, and in your mind, and you could do it. But there's something that goes between the mind, the desire, and the actual ability to make the change. If people had a greater capacity to understand things, both themselves and other people, we would all be in better shape. Come from childhood, or we've adopted them ourselves, or we've had some experience. Leading inevitably involves trying to effect significant change. It is very hard to bring about significant change in any human group without changes in individual behaviors. That a self-transforming mind of a leader or an executive in an organization would have the capacity to change the way people work together.